Welcome back, everyone. We are following up the last video. I think it was on Bitcoin and Ethereum. We're going to do today Solana just because we are actually at some very important levels. We did have that rejection from the weekly candle, which I was hoping didn't occur, but it did occur, and we got actual forced continuation right to the bottom of the order block. So right now you can see us having a nice little buy up. The thing is, we have 6 days and 6 hours to have this weekly candle close, and I'm actually thinking that we're going to find a little bit of resistance right here around 125. If we can't have the weekly close above 125, I would probably look for next week continuation to the downside once again. A few weeks ago, or if not a month or two ago, I made a video on Solana and I pointed out this level, this 103. It was like 105, but now it's 103, meaning this level is actually losing a little bit of stability around the 105 level. Basically, the point I'm trying to get at is we should expect a tap and retest of this level at 105. If that level holds, great. We can basically consolidate between 125 and 100 until we put in a bottom and then break out above 125. Or we can go ahead and do it now and have that weekly close above 125, and then we can actually test into 140, 150. This week's close is going to be the determining factor of the upside being rejected, or if we're going to put in a solid local support for upside continuation or not. Basically, are the bulls here? We'll see them defend this level. If the bulls aren't here, the bears are going to take control, and then the risk of us losing the $100 level is there. And the fact that we're so close to it, I mean, is already a warning sign for all those big companies that put crypto in their treasury. All of them are going to be feeling the pain due to the fact that they probably DCA'd way above this level here. Another warning sign, if you go to the monthly level, you can see that we have 5 days left on the monthly. Are we going to make a doji close? If we do make that doji close, I would expect us opening February and looking for upside. If the close is not a doji and we actually get a little bit more of an engulf of that wick under 118, I would be looking for that $100 level to get tested next month, and then we can look for that upside reversal. A fun fact, this Friday I'm going to be, or this Saturday, I'm going to Tokenize, which is a crypto convention event here in Puerto Rico. I just want to gauge kind of like where the mentality is of these people when I go there. If I hear and see a lot of enthusiasm, then I'll be looking for this bottom to come in before Sunday's close, and I might get in on it. If I see lackluster involvement of like the retail population at that convention, and if I see like just no innovation in Solana when we go to that convention, then I'll be looking for that downside to be taken, because during these crypto events, you would see hype. You would see upside creep into these events, and then after the event sell off. Right now, the event is about to come in, and I'm seeing a sell off. So hopefully, we get some great news during the convention for upside investors to have appetite for risk. Otherwise, this is not going to be a smooth sailing for this, monthly close. Yes, we have descending volume on the monthly close, but I'm not trying to catch a knife here, if you understand what I mean. It could go lower. Another thing is the government is voting to get the funding bill passed for government shutdown to be avoided. If that does not pass, I'm not looking for euphoric movements in the market. I'm not looking for buyers to have risk on mentality if we can't have the government pass its funding. And you just saw that green and red flash. That's how close we are for this candle to be bullish or bearish. We're like right on dead center. So it's like I don't really want to play fortune teller with this candle. I want to wait for a confirmation of close and then move forward. And just so you know, last week's rejection was a bullish hold on, sorry, bearish engulfing. We're doing a dead cat bounce on this weekly candle to test into that level. It looks like around 125 to 130. So depending on this weekly's close is going to matter. And if you want to even go down to the daily, you can see that you have clear resistance at 131. Like to get above 130 would be bullish, but it's going to take time. Is the point I'm trying to say. We had an attempt to go for upside, and that attempt got rejection, and the EMAs did not cross. Until we can get above 131 and the EMAs cross, I'm not looking for this target. But once that does occur, I'm looking for 168 to 170 to be the resistance on the daily. Okay, so that's basically the gist of what I'm trying to get at on Solana. I know I always point out MEXC on Bitcoin and Ethereum videos, so I'll point it out right now. MEXC is still consolidating the low, still doing this whatever this is, consolidation. The thing is, once the EMAs cross, right, when yellow gets under green, you get pushed to the downside, okay? Right now, we are about to do that push to the downside. So that's a warning sign for the relationship for crypto. You would think it's inverse, right? But right now it's correlating. So here's Bitcoin on a monthly. It's kind of just holding on for dear life, just like Solana was on support. Here's Ethereum quickly, weaker than Bitcoin and testing into 2600. Bitcoin is actually doing fantastic, in my opinion, holding this $87,000 area. I think Bitcoin has more stability long term than Ethereum. So I don't see it Bitcoin losing this 87K unless we are having bigger problems in the market. I see, like over here, you see how we broke down. If that occurs, you know that 70,000, 62,000 is going to be support. But I would not push for this drop to the downside without bigger problems in the markets, including US markets. And right now, let me show you US. Here's NQ. We're at like all-time highs. Okay, so until I see a issue of downside to present itself, like say government doesn't pass, a bomb is dropped, war escalation, U.S. going into the Middle East like they've been saying they were gonna. If any of that kind of stuff occurs, then yes, we would have a sell-off event, and then we can look for supports being tested. Until then, I don't have the bad news to look for this downside drop unless people are just going to abandon ship in crypto and go to metals. But metals also, okay, gold and silver also are at all-time highs, okay? So why would you uh, try to do anything other than ride this wave to the upside? And it's parabolic, right? So eventually these metals will have a blow off top, and 50 to 80% retracement is logical. So just be aware of what's going on. Like this much euphoria in metals, but no euphoria in crypto gives you a little bit of, like if I was in metals, I would be taking profit and I would be bringing it into crypto right now. And that might be something that might be occurring. This right here is Bitcoin on CME. CME is showing you, hey, this is a little bit weaker than Perps. So use that to your advantage. I hope it helps, guys. Feel free to leave any questions or concerns in the comment section below, and I will get back to you in the next one. Aside from that, be safe, trade carefully, and I will see you guys in the next video whenever it comes out. And more than likely, it's probably going to be on Bitcoin and Ethereum just to show, hey, weakness or strength confirmation. This video was mainly about Solana, and basically Solana, I bet a bunch of people try to buy the dip thinking the bottom is in, but if you look on higher time frames, the risk is there for lower, and EMAs are not really positioned in like a posture for strength. They're posturing continuation of sell-off, especially since we got that rejection like a week ago. So that is that. I hope you guys are safe. I hope you guys are trading carefully. Don't forget also, it's a new year, but me personally, myself, I'm getting ready for taxes. So you will see people doing whatever money management stuff they need to into the tax season, and after the tax season, you'll see the difference of people trying to manage, their positions or not. So I would not be looking for upside catalysts until tax season is over, and then the upside push in the most local, like the most um, soon event that I'm looking for is one, the federal rate. If we're gonna cut tax return, if we're gonna cut the federal interest rate is gonna get cut, or if it's gonna stay steady. If it stays steady, that's gonna be a negative for metals. And if they cut, we will see probably upside push for equities. If the government does not pass the funding bill for avoiding the government shutdown, I will expect downside. If the bill passes, I will see those resistance get tested to the upside. So we will see a quick rally to the upside because that bill has been on the back of investors' mind for the last like 2 weeks. So that's what I have for you guys today. I hope it was helpful. If you guys have any questions or concerns, like I said, leave it in the comment section below. And if there's any other crypto that you would like to see or any equity you would like seen, feel free to leave it in the comment section below and I'll get back to you in the next one. Hope you guys had a great week. Be safe. And I hope you guys in the States are staying safe with the summer. Summer. It's 75, 80 degrees here in Puerto Rico. I hope you guys are staying safe in the States with the snow that just came through. So I wish you guys the best of luck and talk to you soon. Have a great day.